a 47-yard try by Scott Norwood to try to win the game for Buffalo. Lindner will snap it. Wright will hold it. Norwood will kick it from the right hash mark with 8 seconds left, and the Giants leading Buffalo 20-19. It's a 47-yard kick for the Bills. Norwood assumes the position. Lindner waits to snap it. We wait. There's a snap. There's a kick.
Pressure. That's what the life of a kicker is all about. The ability to put the entire world on your shoulders and perform when it matters the most. But what happens when, in the biggest moment possible, you don't? Scott Allen Norwood was born on the 17th of July, 1960 in Alexandria, Virginia. Norwood went to Thomas Jefferson University High School and soon after attended college at James Madison University. In college, he played both soccer and football and had an outstanding career at JMU, being ranked number 1 in the country in 1980 when he was 15 for 21 on field goal attempts, setting the JMU single-season record in the process. He also owns the JMU record for most career field goals made, with 32. And on the professional scene, more of the same followed. After playing his first 2 seasons with the Birmingham Stallions in the USFL, where he was 73% accurate on field goal attempts, Norwood would sign a contract with the Buffalo Bills. He was a consistent and accurate kicker while with the Bills, making 133 out of 184 field goal attempts. To understand Norwood, we first need to understand the Buffalo Bills team from the early 1990s. That run with the Bills went on from 1990 to 1993 and can be described as nothing short of dominant. During the 90s, quarterback Jim Kelly and the Bills introduced the now famous K-gun offense style that became the standard for the Bills during their 4-year run. The K-gun was introduced during the 1989 AFC wildcard game that involved a fast, no-huddle style of play that would often leave opposing defenses exhausted and disorganized. The Bills used this style of offense in 1990 to dominate their way to their first of 4 consecutive Super Bowl appearances, where they would take on the Giants, led by head coach Bill Parcells and young defensive coordinator Bill Belichick. While Belichick's defense was able to slow down the K-gun, they weren't able to stop it, and with 8 seconds left to play, Scott Norwood stepped up for a field goal attempt with the Bills down 20-19. The kick itself was a 47-yarder on natural grass, so not an easy kick by any stretch of the imagination. Norwood lined up.
We wait. There's a snap. There's a kick. It is up. It is no good. Norwood missed. 4 seconds left. The Giants have won Super Bowl 25 by the score.
Wide right. 2 of the most infamous words in Super Bowl history. For the Giants, it was euphoria. For the Bills, agony, and Scott Norwood, disappointment. To his everlasting credit, Norwood stood there post-game and did what many in the same situation would not have done. He answered every question, addressed every remark, and conducted himself with class throughout the entire ordeal. In the coming months and years, he would receive thousands and thousands of letters praising him for his grace. Now, you would think that the city of Buffalo, having just lost the Super Bowl, would be upset with Norwood after that happened. But it was quite the opposite. They embraced him.
I got to tell you right now that, we're struggling with this right now. You know who I am, but I know I've never felt more love than right now. We all realize the sun's going to come up tomorrow, and we're going to start preparing this football team right away. I know I'm going to be back. You can count on it. And I'm dedicating next season to the fans of Buffalo.
But hang on a minute. I thought this was a story about failure. Well, I don't think so. Just look at what Norwood did next year, when he was perfect throughout the 1991 playoffs, and made a 44-yard field goal that was the deciding factor in the AFC Championship. And of course, unfortunately, the Bills would go on to lose the 1991 Super Bowl. And after the season was over, Norwood's contract was waived by the Bills. And that was it. That was the end of Scott Norwood's career. And that only leaves one question for us to answer today. What is the legacy of Scott Norwood? Is it the kick? I don't think so. After all, it's just one kick, and regardless of the circumstances around it, to judge an entire career off of one kick seems a little bit unfair, does it not? So, then is it all the success that he had? After all, there was a lot of it. He was outstanding at James Madison University and sent his team back to the Super Bowl in 1991. Or his character. Through all of this, through the ups and downs, through the adversity, Scott Norwood remained a good man. And I believe that, above all else, is what defines a person. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, that's about all I have for you today. I appreciate you staying to the end if you did stay this long. This was my first video, so we're going to see how this one does, and hopefully going to have similar content coming out soon. And if you would care to, do drop a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot. And but yeah, so stay tuned. We will have more football content, hopefully some baseball content, and we'll see where else it takes us. But besides that, appreciate you staying until the end of the video. As always, have a great day. God bless, guys.